It's time.
It's time.
Time to meet the women who make a living around fast cars.
Hello, ladies.
This is Women Take the Wheel.
Sit down, strap in, and turn on all you got.
Nikki Clark is taking you behind the scenes.
You're ready to win. Let me tell you, these cars, they get up and go pretty good.
Introducing you to women drivers, crew members, and fans of the racing world. Plus, Nikki is bringing you the latest racing news in Indiana and beyond.
We're going to bring it to you from the tower as they get ready to pull into the beam.
From the All Indiana Podcast Network.
All right, strap yourselves in.
Getting off the track and in your ears. This is Women Take the Wheel.
Come on, baby.
With your host,
Here we go.
Nikki Clark.
Hi, I'm Nikki Clark, your host for Women Take the Wheel, here on the All Indiana Podcast Network. On this episode, we are on location at PRI Show 2021, and with me is driver Kelly Kundratic. She started driving at an early age, starting out in junior dragster, and next year is taking the wheel of an A-field dragster. She reveals her favorite car that she's ever driven and living the van life on the road. Stay tuned.
Your day moves fast. Your news should too. That's why there's a new and improved Wish TV app, bringing you more local news, breaking alerts, live streaming, weather forecast, radar, and Indiana sports, all in one place. Customize your news feed to see the stories that matter most to you and get the information you need when you need it. Download the new and improved Wish TV app today on iOS or Android and take News 8 with you everywhere.
Okay, we're going to do Women Take the Wheel this week from Clark Copper Headgaskets booth at PRI. And I'm with Kelly, and I'm going to say your last name wrong. Kundratic. And she is going to be driving alcohol next year.
Yes.
Top Alcohol Dragster.
That's the plan. Yep.
So, sorry.
Oh no, we're really excited. We're working with Marina Anderson and her family, the Anderson family A-Field team. Yeah.
And now we were talking, and she's driven so many different cars. So tell me what kind of cars you've driven, and when did you start driving?
Yeah, started driving junior dragsters, was one of the lucky kids that kind of got into that program. Watched my dad doing the Lucas Oil drag racing series growing up, so a kind of natural start into the junior dragsters. Then back then, they didn't have the junior dragsters at all our divisionals and stuff, so got to go along with some family friends that would take me to races, and then as I kind of got older, aged out of juniors, that kind of relationship building still continued. Other people took me to races in bracket racing, and then was offered a Super Street car and kind of started my Super Street journey in that way. Other people loaning me cars, taking me around, and really getting me introduced into the sport.
Well, that's how it happens. You got to know somebody and then slowly move in. Out of all those cars, did you have a favorite that you like to drive?
Yeah, we used to have this Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme, and I think everybody can relate to like their first car. We had so many people come up and say, I used to have a 1987 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme too, and so and it looked like a grocery getter. It totally looked like just a car, a sleeper, but it won lots of races, not just with me, but it had a lot of really great drivers behind the wheel of that car, so I felt really lucky to be able to be just one of the lucky kids that got to drive it too.
Yeah. We even said that we're just at the Drag Illustrated, and he is pointing out how lucky some families were to get into the junior drag racing, and they're much more manageable now, I think, than they were back then.
Yeah, and I it's exciting to see the growth of that program. As envious as I am of the kids that now get to run at all of our divisional events, and I say, why don't we have that? I think it's so great for keeping families together and keeping people doing this sport together, and kids get to see what it looks like to progress into other classes and make those relationships and really prove that when they're young. So it's exciting.
That's been overall with us, is that racing is family. Everybody keeps talking about PRI being a big family reunion because it's like, I get to see my family this weekend.
Yeah, so it's a family we get to choose too. So, which is kind of flattering, right? Yeah. Like we get to build these relationships and work with the people that we choose that family. So.
And now, so your family raced also. What they race?
Yes. Yeah, my dad has been racing for, gosh, every year I feel like I tack on like 3 more years. It just feels like every year is longer and longer. About 30 years now, and him and his brothers got into it when they were young, and he's the one that's been, carried the family torch in that. My mom has interest in getting into it too. We've been building her a stalker slowly but surely.
That's very cool.
Yep. She'll have a 1969 Mach 1 Mustang that we're putting back together. It's actually my dad's first race car that he had, and he put it into a race car, and so we're building that, converting it back to stock, putting it all together. It's taking some time to get all the parts and put everything together, but so she'll have her race car, and I'll have the Super Street car. We'll continue to do that as we can, but working with some other teams to do the top alcohol stuff, because that's really where my dream is.
Here's a good thing too to explain to people who don't know how the process works, because it's not just like, hey, I want to drive top Alcohol Dragster, let's go drive. There's a whole process to it. So kind of explain the process of going about getting your license. Like, what did you do to go about that?
Yeah, so technically the only things that you have to do, I hold a Super Comp license already. I've competed in Super Comp before. In theory, all I have to do is make a moderate pass and 2 full passes, and have to have some others supervise that, some other licensed drivers to be able to sign off to say, yeah, we verify she's good, she checks out, all right, she can do it. But in actuality, how it's worked is this season I was brought on to crew and learn the mechanics and really get my hands dirty and earn that spot as a driver. I have a lot of respect for the way that Marina has built her team and really built what she has. And so I didn't want to be able to just be a walk-on driver and just hand over a check and say, this is it. That's kudos to the people that can do it that way, but we had to really build it and work at it. And so be a crew first, learn everything, and then earn that seat has been the plan. So
I like that too. I think it helps make you a better driver when you know what's going on behind you.
Yeah,
when you
hear something and you're like, oh, that sounds off, and I know that it could be this, or just understanding the way that a car reacts and having that knowledge of this might be what's going on behind me. It's a skill that translates from juniors to Super Street to Super Comp. You can do that along the way, but you should know how the car works before you drive it, in my opinion.
And now here's something else I think is really cool is people when they're not on the track, the kind of careers and stuff they do. So tell people what you do off the track.
Yeah, my career outside of, racing isn't a career. It's a hobby for me, but it's a lifestyle. I am a professional agriculture policy professional. I work at a nonprofit with the state government and private industry in agriculture. So everybody eats, everybody wears clothes, it's all agriculture products. And so I get to be an advocate for the industry in a way where I work with government, work with business to find solutions to some of our biggest challenges.
See, that's so cool. It's such a diverse background of everybody here and what they do in racing. It's like, you got the people who race full time, but the people who do it, you love it. And so, outside of work doing something else that you wouldn't think of.
Yes, yeah. And, as devastating as COVID has been in certain ways, I've been able to take my job remote and go to the races. And so sometimes you'll see me in the middle of the day, I'll be popping into a meeting and then going to take a test lap. And then, so in the classes where I can do that in Super Street Top Alcohol, you got to take a full vacation day to do that.
Yes. But I'm guilty too. I'll be like, hey, I got to do a little work on my computer.
Yeah.
Now I can go race.
Yeah. Facilitate this lifestyle by being able to do my job at the track. It's really cool.
That is very cool. Now, what advice would you have for other women who want to get into motorsports? That's something I always ask because everybody has something different. We can all learn from everybody.
Yeah. I would say what's really worked for me is seeking out mentors of people that you really have a high amount of respect for and seeing what they're willing to teach you, what they're willing information-wise to give you, and build relationships. Show up, be yourself, and work with people that want to help you. I would say that's key.
That is great advice. And where can people follow you on social media?
Yeah, so I have an Instagram. It's Kelly_Kundratic. I also have a Facebook page dedicated to racing, Kelly Kundratic Racing. And I do have a blog that's more focused on my traveling with the van, because I van life.
Which I love.
Yeah, so you can read more about that. I tie in some of the racing stuff too. And that's kellykundratic.com. So
I love it. That's my dream, the van life.
it's a lot of fun right now. Where I call it urban camping, because that sounds a bit cooler than just parking on the street. But that's what we're doing out here in Indianapolis. So there's opportunities for that too.
Perfect. Well, thanks so much for joining us, and thank you for this first edition of Women Take the Wheel on Location. So thanks.
Thanks, Nikki.
Thank you. Thank you again for listening. I'm Nikki Clark, and this is Women Take the Wheel. Be sure to connect and follow on Facebook when you search for Women Take the Wheel podcast. And be sure to follow and subscribe to this podcast now on the All Indiana Podcast Network.
From the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is Women Take the Wheel with Nikki Clark. Follow and subscribe to this podcast now and discover even more great podcasts on the All Indiana Podcast Network. Online at allindianapodcastnetwork.com. allindianapodcastnetwork.com.